How have you been? I hope you're in a good mood because I'm energized, I'm happy, I'm great. I feel great and I look great. And the Lord has gone ahead of me to straighten my path. So I don't have anything to worry about. You know what? I want you to take a deep breath in, out. I want you to take a deep breath in for 4 seconds. Release it. Do it again. All right. Now I'm sure that you are in a relieved mood. This is for someone listening. It is okay. Take your time. It is okay. I trust that you had a good week, and I am just happy to be back on your screen, in your car, maybe on your headsets, and you're listening to me. How are you doing? Welcome to Made for Influence podcast. I am your host, Juliet Olabanji, the founder of the Made Org, a company where we help and equip women to root their vision in identity and create sustainably for legacy level impact. I am also the creator of Rooted Productivity, the IP and framework that helps you plan from identity and not hustle. Welcome again. Today, we are going to be talking about a big D. We are going to be talking about something that is sensitive to a lot of us, sensitive to me as well, sensitive to a lot of women and men, actually. We are talking about divorce. I served myself a divorce paper even before I got married. Yes, you heard me correctly. And what I'll be doing here today is to encourage you to divorce the lie and remarry the truth. This is your call to break the beliefs that are keeping you from the life that you already know is yours. I want to start today with a question that might make you feel uncomfortable. What if the thing that is keeping you stuck is not your circumstances, not your resources, not the people that didn't show up for you, not the opportunities that haven't come yet? What if the thing that is keeping you stuck is the version of yourself that you've been faithful to long past its expiration date? Today's episode is called Divorce the Lie, Remarry the Truth. And before you think this is about relationships, no, it's not. It is about something far more intimate than any romantic partnership. It is about the relationship you have with the story you tell about yourself. Because here's what I have observed in my own life and in the lives of the people that I've worked with, the people that I speak to. The most sophisticated prison is not the one built with iron bars. It is the one built with beliefs, with mindset. And the cruelest part is that you built it yourself and you keep maintaining it. It's like you lock yourself in a prison and throw the keys away every day. You may not think about it, but every day you choose to do that with your thoughts, with the self-talk that you have, your hesitation, your I will do it when so and so happens, or your I'm almost ready, I'm not just there yet. You're not almost ready. You are already ready. I know that sounds like, okay, not some woo-woo talk. For most people, they default into saying that I'm not ready. There's something in you usually that witness within you that you are ready. And this is why this episode is going to sting a little. So, let's go. Let's talk about the marriage you were never meant to make. At some point in your life, and probably wasn't a dramatic moment, you made a commitment, not at the altar, but you made a commitment. Not with any witnesses, not with any ceremony at all, but you made it nonetheless. You looked at the evidence of a hard session, of a failure, of a wound, of a word someone has spoken over you, or even a word that no one spoke over you, and you agreed with it. You said, consciously or not, this is who I am. And this type of talk sounds like this. I am not the kind of person who finishes things. I start and don't complete things. This is just not me. Or people like me don't get to want that. Or I have always been this way. Oh, I hate that one so much. And another one that I find myself having a reaction to is I'm not ready yet. You've repeated this so many times and it has become a way of life rather than just a temporary assessment. And here's the thing about beliefs. They are not passive. They are generative. What you genuinely believe about yourself will always produce evidence that confirms itself. Always. Because your behavior will unconsciously align with your beliefs. You will self-sabotage the opportunity that exceeds what you believe you deserve. You will procrastinate past the deadline of the dream you don't actually believe you can hold. You will attract environment that mirrors back the limitation that you already accepted internally. So you didn't just adopt a belief, you married it. You became one with it. You made decisions through the lens of it. You introduced yourself through it. You filtered every opportunity, every risk, every invitation through the question, but is this really for someone like me? But am I really ready? And the marriage has been fruitful because look at your life right now. Look at the fruits you're producing right now. Look at the things that you constantly run away from, you shrink from, the smallness. Those are the fruits of the marriage. Very fruitful. That limiting belief has showed up for you every single day. It has never missed an occasion. And it's been there in every room you almost walked into, every conversation you almost started, every network event you almost went and then decided not to, every version of yourself that you almost became, but then defaulted back into who you used to be or who you believe you are. The problem is you married a lie and you've been loyal to it at the expense of your actual life. So if you know your life is a lie, why do you stay? Now, here's where I want to go beneath the surface, because the obvious question is, if the belief is a lie, why don't people just stop believing it? And the answer is layered. It's not just straightforward. But at the core of this, you stay loyal to the wrong version of yourself because it is familiar, it feels safe, it feels comfortable, even when it is slowly destroying you. The wrong version of you has a track record. You know exactly what it can and cannot do. You know its limits. You know its boundaries. So you just navigate within the boundaries and the constraints of that version of you. That is a terrible comfort of smallness. That is a terrible comfort in smallness because smallness is predictable. And you know I'm going to touch on this. Your nervous system, your subconscious, the part of you that is wired for survival, it will always choose predictability. It would always choose predictable pain over uncertain possibilities. That's not your weakness, it's just biology. But you're not just biology. You are made for influence. You're more than that. You are a being with agency, with a vision. And the fact that you can see a future that your current self hasn't reached yet, that gap, that frustration, that ache, that pain, that is not a sign of something wrong with you or your inability to do something. It is a sign that you were built for more than you're currently living in. It is a sign that you have the potential to reach that. But there's another reason why people stay though. And this is more subtle, more painful to name. Some of you are loyal to the wrong version of yourself because that version of you made sense in the previous context. The smaller, more guarded, more self-doubting version of you, she is a survival strategy. Ouch. It was an adaptation. That version of you was doing the best it could with what it had at that time. And there's nothing to be ashamed of. Not at all. This is the truth that I want you to realize if you fall in this category. I want you to receive this. What protected you in one season can imprison you in the next. The armor that kept you safe in the valley will slow you down on the mountain. And the belief that you've built to survive a traumatic past, to survive poverty, to survive where you experience lack, that survival instincts that you built will sabotage your future if you use it in your current context. If you don't consciously choose to let them go, they will sabotage you. And that is the divorce I'm calling you to. That is the divorce that I had to make to unlock different versions of myself. I examined my life and I said, okay, thank you for serving me in this area of my life. Now this thing will take over. I no longer need you. Thank you so much for those survival instincts, for those things that I've developed to protect myself when I was more vulnerable, more fragile. And now it would be a chain for my next season of life. I have to drop them. They cannot go with me. Before every season of my life, I do an evaluation and I serve them divorce papers. Thank you. Now it's time for you to leave. When I accepted Jesus, a lot of divorce papers were signed. Oh, that was an extensive paperwork. When I was going to transition in career, extensive paperwork and mindset shifts. When I was going to be a wife, extensive paperwork to things I can no longer do. When I was being a business owner, running businesses from a different state, things that I couldn't do, I had to serve divorce paper. Motherhood, oh, definitely. So you're probably asking, Juliet, how can I do this since you've done it before? How can you divorce a belief system that has been your entire operating framework? Sometimes for decades. If I'm being direct and honest, it does not happen in a single moment of inspiration. It does not happen in a day. Motivation is not the mechanism for this type of divorce paper that I'm talking about. You have felt motivated before. You've had the breakthrough conversation, the powerful sermon, the conference that had you lit up for like 6 weeks, and then later you went back to where you started from. This is not what I want for you. This is not the pattern that we're about to roll in, because it's not about motivation. Motivation changes how you feel. I don't care about how you feel in the short term. I care about the identity work that will change how you function in the long term. This is why I keep coming back to identity. Identity is the foundation of everything. Not a skill, not a strategy, not the right mentor or the right market or the right moment. Identity, because your behavior will always eventually default to what you believe about yourself at core, what you accept about yourself, what you leave. Always. So let's go about the filing, getting ready the paperwork, the actual work of divorcing the lie. You can start here. You have to name what you've been married to. Yes, you have to name what you've been married to. And I don't mean vaguely. Don't just write bullet points. Don't just do like a list. Not generally. Be specific. What is the exact belief? Say it out loud if you have to. Write it down. I believe that I'm the kind of person who starts but never finishes. I believe that my background disqualifies me from the room that I actually belong in. Name it. Because you cannot divorce what you have not identified. The second part of the filing is this. You interrogate the evidence. Yes, because now we are doing deep work. We want to go deeper, not just stay at the surface. Where did this belief come from? Who said it first? Where was your first memory of this belief? What experience confirmed it? And what is that experience actually representative of? Or is it a data point that you've extrapolated into a life sentence? Most limiting beliefs, when you actually examine them, they are not rooted in universal truth. They are rooted in one season. They are rooted in a moment even, or one person, one wound that you allow to write the entire script of your life. Third part is this, and this is what takes most courage. You need to stop performing the old version of you. Because here's what most people miss. You don't just think your way into a new identity. You don't think, oh, I want to be a billionaire. I want to be this. I want to be more rooted. I want to be... No. You act your way into it. Make the decision that the new version of you would make before you even feel like that version. You talk, you act, you carry yourself, you think like that version of you. I want you to have a picture of you in your ideal self, and every time you make decision, you don't make the decision in your current self, but you make in the decision in the version of self that you have, that image of yourself that you have. Take the step before the confidence arrives. You submit the application, you start the business, you have the conversation, you do the networking, you write the first page before you are certain, because certainty is not a prerequisite for movement. Certainty is a product of it. You become more certain as you unveil, as you reveal. The divorce that you're serving is not a feeling, it is a decision, followed by another decision, followed by another one. Until one day you look back and you realize that the old version of you is no more, is gone. The old version of you is not who is running things anymore. Now the next part is for you to remarry. I don't just want to leave you a divorcee, and I know you don't want to be a divorcee. After you've served the divorce paper, you constantly do this work, you remarry the truth. Leaving the lie is necessary, but you have to marry something else. You cannot just leave the space empty. The truth that you remarry is not a more flattering version of the lie. This is not about toxic positivity. It is not affirmations pasted all over unhealed wounds. There, whenever something happens, it just triggers the old wound. No, the truth is grounded, it's specific, and is rooted in who you were actually made to be, not who fear decided you were. For those of you who share the same faith framework, this is where I anchor deeply in identity in Christ. Your identity is not assigned by your worst season. It's not assigned by people. It's not assigned by the left, the right, the conservative, the liberals. It's not assigned by trends, systems that overlooked you, or failure that felt permanent. It was assigned before any of that. And the work of your life is not to earn that identity. It's to align with the identity from God. And if you don't share the same belief, if you don't share the same framework, the principle still holds. The most grounded, effective, and genuinely powerful leaders I have ever studied in history are not people who manufactured confidence from nothing. They are people who did the deep work of discovering who they actually were underneath the performance, the adaptations, underneath the survival strategies. And then they make a decision to leave from that place instead of hiding it. The truth you remarry sound like this: I am not behind. I am being prepared. It sounds like my past does not define me. I am created beautifully in the image of God. I have everything that I need. I am not waiting to become worthy of this vision. I'm the person this vision was assigned to. And then what you do next is to act accordingly. This takes actively walking in, active reminder, not just affirmation, but walking in that truth. And here's one thing that I want you to know. The person listening to this right now, you already know what you were supposed to be doing. You have known for a while. The vision isn't the problem. The plan isn't even really the problem. The problem is that you keep showing up where you need to be serving divorce papers. The problem is that you keep showing up to your future self as your old version. And the old version doesn't believe it gets to have what the new version is being called to build. That has to end today. Not when the conditions are better, not when you feel ready. Today, divorce the lie. Whatever it is that you've held on to, that you are too late, you're too flawed, you're too much, you're not enough, you're too far behind, not the type of person that gets it. Divorce it. Serve the papers. Stop feeding it with your attention, with your agreements, with your inaction. When this podcast is over, I want you to take your journal and write these things. Go through the process and remarry the truth. The one that has been waiting for you. The one that says that you are made for this. The one your best moments already know is real. The vision, the purpose, the ambition that you carry is not accidental. The gift that you've been decorated by God is not just to keep living in a small condition, in a predictive condition. Do the identity work. Make the decision and don't look back. If this episode is what you needed today, I'm sure that it would help somebody as well. We want to create a thread of healed and whole people, women, leaders. Share this with someone. Someone in your circle needs to hear this. If you need extra help to equip you to root your identity, visit the website, themadeorg.com. I have a course, Identity to Impact, that would help you dissect everything that we've talked about today and more with a proven framework that I've used and I've used with other people. So make sure you go to themadeorg.com. More information about the resources that I have for you will be in the description box. So make sure that you check them out. I am also excited to share with you that this season will be coming to an end in April, and we will take a month break to prepare for season 2. Come back stronger and better and happier with more interviews and guests. I cannot wait. Season 2 is going to be an elevated version of the show. The last episode will be the last Wednesday in the month of April. Thank you so much for sticking with me since November 2025. This has been a journey and an experience for me, and I would not have it any other way. Oh, before we leave, make sure that you follow the show on your streaming platform. Follow the show on your streaming platform and give us a comment. It is a very small team. So your comments, your followership, your rating will really help the work that I do here. If you want to connect with me, my name is Juliet Olabanji. You can message me on Instagram, Juliet in Frame, or you can email me, julietolabanji@rootedproductivity.com. Don't forget to visit the website to see some of the free resources we have for you so that you can get running when it comes to your identity and the vision that you have. That is everything that I have for you today. Thank you for listening to me. I am your host, Juliet Olabanji, and this is Made for Influence podcast. Bye-bye.